And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and men, welcome to another Tuesday, a very hot Tuesday. A Tuesday with much happening. A Tuesday that is just after Women's Day Tuesday. Happy Women's Day to all the women out there, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, you were looking. I saw your status on Tuesday.
Ah,
There was a lot of Suleve Kaba happening. There
oh
was
God.
a lot of makeup that had come into the thing, and then we're looking at like, all right, though, women,
Hey,
women,
hey.
woman, Wow. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Chapnik Show. My name is Chapnik from Chapnik Pictures, and I am accompanied by my host, or my co-host, or my every Tuesday host,
Every
Cynthia.
Tuesday host. Every Tuesday host. That's
Yes.
that's great. I like that.
My every Tuesday host, at least when I'm not here alone ranting myself. On that listen on the 8th, on Women's Day, I was actually supposed to, I wanted to actually do a live for women on Women's Day. The woman be take me carry me come go outside.
So
So
you went to Suleve Kabato.
no, it's good that when there's Sullivan the
You should be
Kabao should.
seen.
Yes, now we need to feed our eyes. We need to feed our eyes now. So yeah. So that was Women's Day for you. How did you pass your Women's Day?
Women's Day was great. I mean, you know that for us coming from the grassfield, Obamenda,
Uh-huh.
Women's Day is not really a thing over there. Like, it's just a day. Nobody cares that much. But I was so astonished as to how everybody was busy. Everybody was so engaged. On the 7th, we went to the market. We could not pass. The traffic was so much. This and that. So I felt like, oh, the atmosphere was great. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know this is how much people celebrate Women's Day this way.
I think
So
the
it's
internet
kind
that
of
has
my
done
first Women's Day I'm actually celebrating here.
that. It's the
Uh,
internet
uh,
that is doing that because everywhere on the internet, yes,
it's not the internet. It's not
everywhere,
the internet. It's a culture thing.
everywhere before the internet, before this time, I think before all the Women's Days before, there
Uh,
was not a lot of effervescence and waiting for Women's Day like that on the internet. You could not stay without somebody putting on the status all their plans that they were going to do
I
for Women's Day
actually
and
I
stuff
actually
like that.
got my fabric on the 1st, and it cost me 22k.
No way.
I'm
Woman
I'm
get
being
problems.
serious. 22k for the fabric, but in Bamenda that's not something that can happen. So I really believe that it's a culture thing here. People would go miles and beyond just to
Yeah, and the funny thing is that dress like that, they're using it only for this Women's Day
yeah
because next year it's a
yeah.
different dress.
I already packed it today. I was like, if I get to Bamenda, I'll give it to one of my village cousins.
Yeah, even to wear it for church, they will not even
No,
have
you cannot
opportunity
wear
to
it.
wear it for church.
No, you cannot wear
I
it.
was like, after today, after that I've gone and jere well. I just believe that on this Women's Day, like, there's one demon that just comes down on all women. It's almost
Excuse
like
No,
kill
actually,
us now. Show us all your bad fashion.
no,
If
it's
you
not.
want
It's,
to
it's
see the
not
bad
true.
fashion of your
The
woman, you
thing
should
is,
wait for
the
Women's
thing is,
Day.
the media amplifies the bad things that happen on Women's Day. Like this is the first Women's Day that I actually got my mom a fabric, right, and we both went
Wow.
out together. So it was very memorable. I was with most of my young family. You know, Yaoundé is quite big. I have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
family here, but we don't meet that often because of how busy
Yeah,
everyone's
because
life.
how big Yaoundé is.
Yes, but that day we had the opportunity to sit together, make a little merry and all of that.
Right.
So I don't think people, all the places I went to, I didn't find anybody misbehaving or whatsoever.
Mm.
But obviously, a few people will do some crazy things, and that's what's going to trend.
Right. Well, anyways, at least I can say just before the D day itself, I was actually part of. I went for certain occasions where it was like it was like women supporting women,
Uh-huh.
women coming to talk about how they call it again, mental health and doing better at their workplaces, even though that's some of their ideas that I was just hearing and I was just like, I'm here to work.
Do
I'm
you,
here to
do
work.
you think
I'm not here to come and talk.
do you
Let
think
me just leave
women
it.
exaggerate these mental health issues of the?
Yeah.
You think they're being dramatic?
I think that mental health is not what many people make it seem. Many people make it seem to be like, I think they were talking about depression, and I think there's
Postpartum
one,
depression.
not just postpartum depression, but depression in general,
Okay.
because they were talking about one. I think there's one woman who killed herself and killed her
3 kids.
3 kids.
That's last month.
Yeah, and they were trying to talk about that and relating that to maybe she was depressive, or you really don't know what you
But
really
you
don't know
don't
what is
think
going to
you
happen.
you think she was okay?
Well,
She made that kind of a decision in a right state of mind.
well, I wouldn't say it was depression though.
Okay, I
I
think it
was,
was psychopathy.
I think she had a psychological problem,
But
and those psychological problems are just illnesses, just like every other illness, which are diagnosed in the hospital and stuff like that. But my own thing is that women are going to take that and go ahead, take it as about depression and what depression could do,
well, you're right, because
all that stuff.
even me, I didn't like the way most women approach that situation online. I- They completely wanted to push it on the man, and
Right.
I don't agree with it. There was like, the man has done this, he has turned her into a monster, and
Yeah.
no, you cannot hold this man responsible for what this woman did to herself and her own 3 kids. No, she's a psycho. She's a psychopath. Bad enough she didn't get help, but you cannot hold this man. You cannot blame, because to me now, the person who would have even gotten into depression will probably be the man, because if everybody begins to tell you that you're responsible for this, you're guilty, you might end up feeling really guilty
Yeah.
and really think that you're responsible for the death of your kids. But I think that's a very different. I mean, that's just one time I've heard. I've never heard that kind of thing before. Till today, I don't know where that woman would have been to make such a decision. But she's probably very bad at making decisions. I mean, worse than me. But I think women do struggle with mental health, though. It's not something we should sweep under the carpet. It's not something we should.
And yeah, I think at least now that they're a lot more open about mental health, which is a
Yeah.
good thing, by the
Have
way.
you ever felt like you need help with mental health?
I walk it off.
That's good. You're a strong guy, right?
I walk it off.
Okay, that's great, and that's
Yes.
exactly where I'm headed right now. Because actually, I was there's a time where I actually felt like I did need help, but now no, I feel like I'm stronger.
All right. Anyways, since we are going to be talking, in fact, most of the stories that we are going to be talking about today are Women's Day quoted, and I think
It's
they're all about women.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, they have Nigerian women in Cameroon, and other Nigerian women, and Cameroonian women.
but did you
And
know if the imagine how boring your lives would be without women around?
right,
So boring. I
right.
mean,
If we're not wanting to reproduce and empty the sack, I don't think we'll be talking to women a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. If men were not, if they were not, if we're not wanting to empty
You're not
our
sure about
sacks
that.
and stuff,
You're not sure about
I
that.
don't think we'll be talking to women a lot.
You're not sure about that.
Because we really don't need much to live.
You have nothing.
All these things that we do, all the money that men are looking for, all the status that they are looking for, all these things are that is because of woman.
See,
It's because they want to
You see?
impress woman. It's because of, that's what I'm saying, that if,
that means we give your lives a meaning.
yes, now it's because they want to release. They need to release, and in order to have access to that release, they need to reach a certain level.
If it's just
If
about
not,
releasing, you don't even need to walk hard. You don't. I mean, we'll go up to take a say.
wow.
You just release. It's 1,000 francs.
No, they need to feel. They need to feel.
Good.
Feel
Now you
something.
admit that it's not just about releasing.
But yes,
That's
now
good.
it's not just. Massa, that is the worst. That is the worst type of release, man. Even though that's why there's always that option. There's always the minifem option
Okay.
for those who are unable to get the real one, so they have to get the fake one. Yes. They have to manage with the fake one.
Okay.
But most men are looking for the real one, the one that you don't actually have to pay before you get it. And in order for that to happen, paradoxically, you need to be able to show that you can actually pay. in order to get it
Oh
for free.
God, Jamie,
So,
you just
anyways, let's get to our first story. Our first story, I think, is about a little bit of church and who we should allow to be touching our children in the name of
the name of deliverance.
in the name of deliverance. But you're the one who used to bring up this story. So tell us what is our issue today with all of that?
Okay, so this past week, our most controversial Nollywood actress. I don't know if she's a former Nollywood actress. Tonto Dike. I mean, as you can see on your screen, she was. Oh, what is that? Deliverance. So she said she was delivering a child. I don't know what exactly she was delivering that child from. But first, I feel like the child is in distress. I feel like she's in pain. See how they were holding her. Like, what's it? Why would you traumatize a child like that? Do you even believe in deliverance?
Anyways, in fact, when you're talking about deliverance, maybe we should watch the video first and
Yeah,
then
let's watch the
we'll
video.
get to it.
Poor child.
I think the first thing I'll probably want to ask is that when did she become a pastor? Because when they say Tonto Dike, I
think-
know that she's Nigerian, but I never knew that she was like a pastor or anything. I knew that
Yeah,
she was an actress.
it's
or
not been
something.
long since she asked everyone to stop calling her what and start calling her Evangelist Tonto.
Wonders.
Yes, Evangelist Tonto. They shouldn't call her Mama T or what. They should not call her Evangelist Tonto. I remember a time she underwent some pastoral classes. I don't know if it's evangelical classes or pastoral, whatever it was. And immediately she graduated a few weeks ago. She's now doing big things like this one.
These people are going to kill somebody. I have a huge issue usually with many of these people who go to pastor school. They go and do pastor school for I don't know how many months, and then they come and they start
Feelings.
doing this. I even have a problem with women who are clergy. I don't think that women should even be clergy.
You're
So,
misogynistic like that.
no, because this is Christianity we are talking about.
Yeah,
And it's
Christianity in fact, religion in general is the most misogynistic concept ever created. There is nothing better to push misogyny than religion.
the most optimum way for leadership to work is if the man is the head. And that is the way that it was instituted.
That's what the Bible says.
Yes, that is the way that the Bible has instituted it, and it was done like that for a reason.
And that-
Because God created us like that for a reason. So,
That's what the Bible says. God did not create you like that. That's what the Bible says.
so what the Bible says and what God says is two different things.
I don't know. I've never heard from God, but I just know that that's what the Bible says.
So you don't believe that the Bible is the word of God.
No, I don't believe that.
So you just think that some few people just
Yeah,
came
very
together
powerful
and they
people.
were like, nah, let us subjugate these people and let's write
Yes.
some stories or whatever.
Yeah.
And they've been using that to brainwash us for the past 2,000 years. It's
Yeah.
like, right.
And they succeeded.
So do you think that God wants the woman to be the leader of the man?
I don't know what God wants, but I know that that's what the Bible. Those people who wrote the Bible, that's what they want.
Yeah, but from your own way that you think about, from your own life that
No,
you have lived.
I think that
Who do you
I don't
think-
even know who God is. I've never met him. We've never had an encounter. But if God is supposed to be responsible for everything I see around here, then I don't think God will be that evil. In fact, it's not even about being evil. He will not be, because that
Misogynistic.
I'm not even talking about the misogyny only. That the God of the Bible, right, was actually created in the image and likeness of man. It was all man's fears, all man's desires, and everything they used it to create God. So a man who felt like I'm better than a woman decided to write. Even the Bible says it. Even the Bible is against women being in clergy or whatever you said. So that God was created in the image and likeness of mankind. I don't think that a God who is responsible for the billions and trillions of galaxies, who is responsible for existence, who is responsible for all this, will be bothered by a woman leading. Yes, no.
No, actually, it's not. I don't think God is bothered by a woman leading. God is the creator. God is the one who created us. And He created us with certain predispositions, with certain characteristics.
Okay. How
which
better is a man? Let's even talk about maybe the anatomy of our brains or the physiology of our brains. How better is a man's brain suited or adapted to these leadership roles better than that of a woman? Maybe we should start there.
No, if you are talking about how better suited is a man, I'll probably take just evidence for example. Almost
Okay.
everything that has made your life easy today has been made by men.
Good. I'm not. I'll not
Right.
deny that. But why? Why do you think so?
So
Because
why?
women don't think, or because
Because that is what.
no, because misogyny kept them at the background.
Say what?
It's true. Men were out there exploring,
I'm
doing
talking
wonders with their lives while we were back there.
even today, when I would probably argue that we are the most equal that we have ever been.
Yeah,
Our society is the most equal that we
it
have
has ever been, of course.
What
And
are
I'm
the women?
grateful.
What
for
are the women creating?
women not creating.
What are they inventing?
Women,
What are they creating?
you're seriously asking that?
Well, yeah. What are they creating? They're not really creating anything. They're not inventing anything. Or they're
Okay.
not maintaining anything.
What are men creating today?
Well, they're the ones who are responsible for all the maintenance of your cushy lives, or of anything that makes your life cushy, or anything that makes your life nice to live in. So
Really?
yes, they're the ones who are maintaining the
Anyway.
electricity. They're the ones who are maintaining
I know a
even
lot
the
of
sewage.
female
They're the ones.
electricians.
They're the ones.
I know a lot of female. In fact, everywhere, medical doctors. They are everywhere.
Yeah, even medical. You are talking about medical
Politicians.
doctors. How many? You forget that I'm a medical doctor. In medical school, or in medical or in hospitals, they are mostly men.
Why?
Mostly men. Maybe somebody is going to say, okay, most nurses are women. I know, but then again, who are the ones who are the one giving the orders? They're mostly responding to the orders which are coming from above and all of that, and they're taking care of the nurturing part, which is really much more suited to women.
Much suited to me.
Yes, now women are nurturing now. Are women not nurturing? Women are nurturing. This is not suited.
Let's
And nursing. So in fact, all of that to say that first of all, women do not like seeing women in the clergy.
see.
It's because of all these women in the clergy.
How many female pastors do you know around here? I don't think you know anyone.
I don't think I know anyone.
Because you
I
don't even care.
to know.
Exactly. You see what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Because we don't want to. Because women, the women.
If we
is not
want to,
supposed be the
if
leader
you're
of men.
supposed to name the top 50 pastors that you know, there will be no woman featuring. Yeah, it's true, right?
Sure.
Is it because they're not female pastors?
There
No.
are female pastors.
You just don't
but
care about them because you have it in mind that women are not supposed to be in clergy. Period.
Yes, they're not supposed to be there because they're not supposed to be the leader of men.
Okay.
They're not supposed. The woman is not supposed to be the spiritual leader, especially of a man, especially when that is a spiritual leader and the spiritual leader is
So
meant
how do you know
lead
how
you to
spirituality? Have you ever been spiritual before? Have you been to the spiritual realm to know that in the spiritual realm there is actually gender discrimination?
Well, we can only see the things from the way.
No, maybe if you are talking about science and I will understand, but I mean this is spirituality we're talking about.
I mean, first of all, there are two things.
No,
right?
did the Bible not say he created mankind in his image? So everybody looks the same in the eyes of God. So why will you think that men are better than women in clergy?
Men are supposed to be the leaders of the society. That is why men, because the
Wait.
clergy, right? The clergy is supposed to lead you to God, and even with God, there's a hierarchy because after God there's man, and then man covers the woman covers the children, right? That is the way that is the way that it has been instituted by God. And we can even see that in both ways, even if you do not believe in God. If you are looking at history, if you are looking at whatever, how human beings have lived for the past 2,000 years, or for the past how many thousands and thousands of years, in societies which do not even know themselves, they always knew that they intrinsically knew that the man had to cover the woman, and the woman had to cover the child. That
Yes,
is
that's thank God they use the term intrinsic.
yes,
Even in
like
the animal kingdom, most but that's why we are high. That's why we are higher beings now.
which
So
automatically puts
we should keep on clinging to intuitions and
no, that is what has worked and works for the past how many thousand years. That's just human nature.
yeah, we were evolving.
You might evolve socially, but your biology does not evolve.
No,
Your biology
we
is not
evolved
evolving.
biologically. I mean, we were not always humans.
We have always been humans.
No.
Well, if you believe in science, if science is your own god, then maybe you might believe that we came from apes and all of that. But if somebody who believes in religion and all, you believe that we were human from the get go,
Okay.
and we have always been human until today. We are still human.
So why
We are
you
two
so what
genders.
so
There's
why are you
male and there's
likening
female.
why are you likening your misogynistic approach to that of other animals in the animal kingdom? If you think that we do not evolve, why would you feel that why would you use the animal kingdom to concur with the man being head? Why will you use the example
I'm not
of
even using the animal kingdom. We can put the animal kingdom aside, but that
Okay.
is just the way nature is.
Okay.
Because if you talk about the animal kingdom, the way that nature has been made for as long as we have known how nature is,
Yes.
the man covers the woman, the woman
Yes.
covers the children,
True.
and therefore, and if that is accepted
It's
as
true in other
truth,
animal species.
and if that is accepted as truth, then the man is the leader of that relationship.
In
The
other
man is
animal
the
species,
boss. The man is the boss of that relationship.
In other-
Humans, animals, whatever, the man is always the boss. And so it is counterproductive. Not to say that women cannot be leaders. Oh. There are some women who are exceptional leaders out here.
my boss
our-
is a
we take
leader.
our
My
hats-
boss is a woman.
Yes, we take our hats off to them. That women who are, and not to say that they cannot be, of course they can be, but the most optimum is when the man is a leader. And especially in the clergy, where it is specifically instituted by God, as God being covering the man and the man
Okay.
covering the woman. It is going to be counterproductive to come and put the woman on top of the man and have the woman to be the one covering the man.
Okay,
Or
so
have the woman to be the one leading
Leading the man.
the man
No
to
problem.
God.
No problem. So I want to ask you in this video right now, what is wrong with this video? Is it the fact that
Yeah.
20k is delivering a child from I don't know what, or is it the fact that a woman is doing it?
I think that's even the first thing. First of all,
It's wrong. Okay,
she's not supposed to be in the clergy.
Okay.
Second of all this healing thing like that, me, I just think that it is just for show. Many of this stuff is really just for show. I had gone to
You don't believe in miracles?
I do believe that miracles exist. I do
Okay.
believe that miracles happen, but I don't think that these are miracles. All this their delivery, and somebody's child is they have pinned Condi on somebody's child on the floor. Whether maybe it's a thing that is paining their head, oh, they are disturbed, though. They are a child. Children cry and children play around and they do whatever. Actually, this even I saw a reaction from Future
Concerning this.
concerning this,
All right.
and he was talking about how, because he actually put this picture down, and he was talking about how I think he was in a school sometime. He was in a school one time, and then there was a
Okay, I saw it. So.
yeah, there was something that came to come and do that. And for some reason, the pastor was praying on top of everybody. Nobody was falling. He decided to fall. He decided to take pity on the pastor and fall and make us and just play along the thing. And because he's the only one that fell, all the attention was put on him. And when they asked him, "Now who are you?" he said he's a frog. and now, and now Yes, his brother somewhere always thinks that, and that sometimes he used
Is
to
it
behave like a frog. and that is
oh good.
and that has always remained with them. He has tried to explain to them how no, he was just a decent, he was just playing, and he was doing it out of pity for them, but they don't want to ever hear about it. So yeah, because I've also been to one of these Église Réveillée, one of these things, and the thing that really just said, "Thank God that I'm a Catholic," is when they wanted to do like arms or whatever. I don't know, to come and give money on, and they were actually putting a price on the blessings you are getting this time. They were like, "Come and take blessings for 20,000.
Yeah.
Come and take blessings for 10,000." I was like, right, right. No, even if I wanted to give you money, just because of
Just
that,
this you not
nah,
give.
I'm not giving anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not giving. Like you come,
I do that same
come on.
thing. When I'm in a bus, when I'm on a bus, traveling, you pretty know what it means to travel, maybe from, especially from Yaoundé to Bamenda, or we have these preachers who always come on bus
Mm-hmm.
to preach. Each time they preach and they're like, do you have something? I'm always willing to give. But immediately they start saying, if you give, this will happen. You will never know. I'm not doing that thing. Like, you want to blackmail me. What was that? Cajoling me to give you money. If they just be like, okay, if you have been blessed by this, can you give something? I'll give. But if you just come start saying, if you give, this will never happen to you. Men will fall, come out your feet. I don't know what they always say. All those promises. I'm just like, I'm not giving you my money again. When I was in primary school, this prophet, I don't know if he's a prophet. It was actually a Protestant, a Presbyterian Pastor Wara. He came to Bambili. I don't know which year that was, but I was very young. Luckily, I never got there, but all the students in Bambili, it's a Bambili,
Mm-hmm.
they were always going for deliverance. That was the first time we started hearing about people collapsing and falling under the anointing. That pastor brought it, and it was against the beliefs of the presbytery,
Mm-hmm.
because they call him to order. That's not what their religion or whatever. I don't know if it's the same religion everywhere, but that's not what the presbytery stands for. And so instead of maybe tilting back towards presbytery norms, he decided to leave the presbytery and open his own church. And he left the presbytery, he opened his own church, and every other person left the presbytery and followed
I
him.
followed him.
People love drama.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
crazy.
issue is, I don't understand what Tonto Dike did. Already know I don't believe in deliverance. I don't even know what the people are being delivered of. But
Mm.
my question is, why is this deliverance not just from Tonto, but every other clergy, whether man or woman? Why is it always about poor people? Have you ever seen someone do that to a rich man's child?
Well, they're going to poor schools.
Good. Can you go to an international school and do that rubbish?
Yeah, they will not even let you into the door because people. I think we have a problem in our Africa. We just let people
Because religion is for the poor.
just do whatever we need to do.
And that's
with,
why religion thrives so much in Africa. Because people have too many problems.
Yeah, and the crazy thing again is that because I was asking when did she even become a pastor? But apparently, she's not even a pastor. I've been asking my friend ChatGPT here, and he says Tonto Dike has not officially become a pastor or preacher in a former church ministry. What has happened? She has talked about the calling to ministry since she was young. Tonto Dike said she almost became a pastor at age 19, but ran away. Ran away from the path at the time. That is first of all crazy.
Dike is one of the most controversial figures in Nollywood. We've watched her through 50 different lives. Life of an actress, life of a married woman who dragged her husband to filth on the internet, life of an arrogant divorcee, life of
Oh boy.
dragging of her exes. Tonto is always on the media for controversy. I mean,
Yeah.
real controversy. Either she's associated with. Oh,
I think parents should learn how to start thinking about who is doing what preaching thing with their children. Because I just think this is very
I think that
irresponsible.
I, th-
Irresponsible
I think
even
that
for the
that's what they
school.
pay for when that's the protection they pay for when they enroll their kids in big schools. When you enroll your kid in one public community school, I'm sure that
No,
you're
because
like,
even the school, if I were a parent and my child went to that school
I'll
and
go
if
to
I come
school.
and be doing that kind of nonsense, I'll probably sue. I'll probably
Most
sue.
of the parents cannot even sue.
Yeah, nah, this is
They
first
don't
of all,
have the resources.
this is crazy. Somebody who is not even first of all, just because I'm just sure it's just because the person is popular somehow,
Yeah,
and it's like popularity is a new religion or some type of stuff. I don't
it
just
is.
understand.
I think it is
It's
a religion actually because the grace given to popular people, I don't understand. The only reason why her own or her everybody gives their life to Christ every day, but the only reason why she has so much guts is because
this
she's a
is
public
crazy.
figure. No, there's no other person because Tonto started this thing a few months ago. There's no other person who started this thing with Toto a few months ago who have the guts to do that and even put it on camera.
Yeah.
So this popularity gives them some sort of leverage that you cannot even fathom.
Yeah, and that's crazy. The boy should know. Parents should know the type of things that is happening in their schools. I will not even be surprised if the parents were not even notified that
Of course, they
that type of
weren't.
stuff
They were
was
not.
going to be happening in school.
They were not notified.
Imagine you are the parent of this child who is sitting. You only sit in the house until you want to hear your child is trending
Oh, God.
because Tonto
How
Zike
does
was
that
praying on.
even help that child? Like, how does that help that child? I
Oh,
remember
that's
one
crazy.
time, I just completed secondary school. I was in a boarding school. Then I just graduated. You just complete upper six and emotions are high. You just want to see explore the world.
Mm.
So you know what our schools look like here in the Anglophone region. We always shave our hair.
Mm-hmm.
So when you graduate, you don't really have hair to start experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
At first thing I did was dye my hair because I just wanted to be different, to do something different. I mean, I've been in secondary school all my life. I've just graduated, and then my brother took me to this church, one church at how do you call it, Funches Street,
Mm-hmm.
City of Grace. We went there. As young as I was, they were praying for people. I don't know why. And his eyes went to me. He was like, "Come here." I was really scared. I was quite young. I mean, if this is now, I would have been trending on social media. So I went. And he held my hand. He prayed. I don't know if that was enchantment or what. Blah blah blah. Libro shakara.
Yeah.
And later he went, "Why did you leave school?" I was like, "Yeah, what is this man talking about?" I mean, as long as I remember, I've been in school all my life. And I'm even waiting for September to begin to get into the university. What does this man mean? I stood here. Why did you leave school? And there's a strong anointing of education. And he was saying that because he judged me from my hairstyle. I had dyed
Uh-huh.
my hair. So he was felt like
Ah.
one of these children who have dropped out of secondary school. You
Uh-huh.
understand? That's
Yeah.
what he saw me as. Why did you leave school? You have a strong anointing of education upon your life. Go back to school. Is it true? Is it true? And then that's how intimidating they are. I was so scared as I was looking at him. Is it true? Is it true? Since I did not say anything because I did not understand I didn't even understand. Everything was happening so fast. The next thing he did was, "You think this is try and error? You think I don't see these things? It's so much child like you. You come here to intimidate me. I have seen women, beautiful women, not a child like you. You're a baby. Who are you? Do you know what the spiritual?" I was so embarrassed in front of the church. Everybody was looking at me, and then everyone was looking at me now like one sinful child who has just been condemned. I went back to my seat, and everyone was just. Do you know what I had to do? Because of how uncomfortable I felt in that church, I had to call an usher to tell the usher that I was just overwhelmed by the prophecy. All what the man of God said was true. I want to acknowledge that prophecy right now. He went and told the man of God. The man of God called me back to the pulpit, and I said yes. Imagine what I had to go through. Ah, God,
Yeah.
I really wish.
The model of the story is that you should not think they are here. I'm going to look at you like a rascal.
And then my other brother was already a very radical person by then.
Mm-hmm.
He had seen the war at least. So he didn't really care for these pastors like that. He was really very radical. He was a stubborn brat. So one day he saw the choir, the youth leader of that church. She was very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She was very beautiful, and so he was like, I'm going to go to that church. I'm going to talk to this girl. She's cute. She went to church. He actually went to church just for that girl.
Mm.
And then the man of God saw him, and he had dread and all the like.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looked at him. He was like, I'm saying his man was like, this one looks like a scammer also. And then the man of God went, he was like, I see you. I see keyboard. Keyboard. My brother said, yeah, I play the piano. But they all church class. My brother does not play piano.
Oh, this is crazy. Anyway.
He was actually making fun of the prophet, but if you see how the church was in so much joy for the prophecy confirmation, he was just like, see these people. All of these people, they just feel that they are special. Men of God, women of God, what they just feel that they are special. They have some powers. They and that's how the average Christian treats another person. Christians feel like they are better than. If you see how Christians are vile on social media, to anyone who questions anything that pertains to Christianity, they are so bitter, so vile. They are the most. You say Christians are inclusive? No, they are not. And then in all that, they don't display any virtue in how they talk to non-Christians, and then they feel that they are better, or they have the monopoly to be that mean and condescending to another person because they are Christians. This is what that's who the average Christian is, and that's how Tonto felt when she just saw it. Because I am an evangelist, I can just lay my hands on somebody's child. Are you mad? Do that to my child, and that's the last hand you're gonna be laying on somebody.
Oh, well. Anyways, people in schools and all, people should check sense where you are sending your child to school. The kind of prophecy or stuff that they are coming to do there, I just think that it is not proper. And whether you are a celebrity or not, don't come and be touching people's children like that.
Especially if you see my child, I don't have the child yet, but when I have, don't try it to me. Oh,
you guys should keep your hands to yourselves. Keep your prophecies to
anytime
yourself.
anytime you see a child that looks like me, run. Yeah. Because my child obviously look like me.
Keep your prophecies to yourself. I don't even like to hear prophecies. Don't come and be a soothsayer. I don't like to hear the future. Don't come and be a fortune teller. I don't want to hear fortunes. All right.
There was a time I told her I had the gift of prophecy. That same pastor told me that.
Anyways, I think that one we'll talk about that one. Okay. But in any case, if you have any views on what we are talking about, put them in the comment section, ask questions in the comment section, participate in the thing, and we'll be able to respond to you and on whatever.
How many people do we have watching us?
No idea. I don't have that thing here. But I usually do this assuming that nobody is actually watching.
Okay. But we're gonna see the reactions, right?
Yeah, after. Anyways, on to the next. And on to the next now, it is actually a story that happens or something that came up during actual Women's Day. I know that the last one we're talking about a woman and their shenanigans. But this one is...
It happened on Women's Day. Doesn't mean it happened because of Women's Day. I know that people so badly want to tie every bad thing to Women's Day, but it happened on Women's Day. No. It could have happened on any other day.
No, but this one is about our actors.
Oh, okay.
Yes, our actors, as you can see here, we have our
This
superstars.
girl is so cute.
Yes, we
Like
have.
she's really beautiful.
I think I know only one person here,
Oh,
but
who do you know?
then,
Cindy
this is
Amade
Cindy Made.
and
Yes.
Regina Daniels.
Which of them is Regina Daniels? Is
Are
this?
you for real? Yeah.
I really don't know her.
Yeah,
Like
that's
seriously, I don't.
Regina.
This is Regina.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's her mom,
Where's her mom?
the woman. Like,
This.
yeah,
Oh, so she was actually here with the mom.
yeah.
Right. So there has been a lot of talk online about Regina Daniels being invited to Boy. I don't even know what she was. In fact, tell us what was she even invited for?
Uh,
But there's a whole thing about. There's a whole talk about people looking at her as, or girls looking at her as a role model, or someone to follow, or someone to emulate. If I'm getting it wrong, you tell me. Yeah. And so I think she had like a speech. She was doing like a speech or something. Now. I
mm-hmm.
think she was invited by Cindy Made and Co.
No,
to come to Cameroon.
she wasn't invited by Cindy Amade.
She was not invited by Cindy Made.
Cindy Amade was also invited
Oh, she was invited by
alongside Cindy Amade.
alongside Cindy Made by the organizers of the trade fair, sir.
Yeah.
Voila, to come and talk to women as it was Women's Day. So I'm guessing if they're inviting them to come and talk to women, they are assuming that the assumption is that
They are worthy of them,
they are worth it. They are worth something.
or they are worth emulating.
They are worth emulating. And
Maybe.
there has been a whole discussion about that online. And we have, first of all, I read something
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, sang pu sang, 100% I agree. But my co-host here does not really agree. So let us do that, and then maybe you who is watching will tell us whether you do agree or not. This is a post that I came across by Cedric hmm, Ipkiss. And
Yeah, that's his name.
yeah. He said, yeah, I know I said I wouldn't make a post about Regina Daniels yesterday, but I'm sorry. I have to attempt to weigh in on the narrative. I think would destroy society if we keep it up. I saw a couple of brilliant posts outlining Regina Daniels' achievements and pushing women to emulate her. That's all good. Others were asking why we've swept the actress's achievements under the rug simply because she married and divorced an old man. How old was the man?
He's
Was
in
her
his
husband?
60s, like 65 or older. He's older than
Wow.
65, he's close to 70.
Wow. I actually have a theory about this age gap marriages.
It's just a figure to you. So.
The others are asking why we have swept the actress' achievement under the rug simply because she married and divorced an old man. It summarizes why some women raise her as a role model and wonder why some other people look at her with spite. Since I weigh since I weigh more towards the latter, that is people looking at her with spite. Bro, I don't be looking at anybody with spite. You can disagree with people and disagree with people's stances, but nobody should be looking at another one with spite. That's just not good for anyone. That's not good for your psyche. That's not good for that's not good for your mentality. Don't be
Okay.
looking at anyone with spite. Since I weigh more towards the latter, let me attempt a clarification. Whatever the West shares as values must not be adopted here. That's my whole thing. The West actually sucks at values. I'm saying this because most people who praise this lady always say stuff like, it's only in Africa that, when justifying why she's not being respected. For example, they have said it's only in Africa that we will shame a woman who has achieved so much but made a marital or family mishap. That's saying it lightly. Unfortunately,
That's
those
any lady. Oh, God.
calling it a mishap now.
Go ahead.
It's like she knows it's like she
Go
picked the wrong
ahead. Go
coin.
ahead.
Unfortunately, though we beat the West at marriage and families, that's kind of debatable now. So the West should be learning from us. not us from them. Your inferiority complex doesn't make you more modern, ma'am. Much the opposite. Uh, that aside, this is long, eh? I don't think we'll be reading all of this. Anyways, that aside, we seem to have misunderstood what a woman's role in society is. Women are the architects of every stable and successful society. I concur. Look at the happiness index for every country. You'll see that the happiest countries are those with most stable families. Nobody can ever win any case saying it's men who keep families stable and those societies and thus society. Absolutely no one. Mm. Left to men, all families would be broken. This guy is crazy. These are people who would even abandon their own children or renounce their paternity for their own comfort and return to all the suffering and sacrifices ended, so they can never be custodians of happy homes ever. Now that is way left, way left. Without women, many presidents, CEOs, kings, and emperors would have died in their infancy. Well, that's also a lie. A mother would put her life on the line to save her child and raise it. And this doesn't only work with human mothers. Have you ever tried to snatch a chick from? Seriously. I mean, hens which naturally are scared of humans, they put their lives, blah, blah, blah. And y'all want us to ignore such a superhuman role played exclusively by women and rather push. Well, I think he's pushing it, but whatever. I understand what he means. Then to be created running politics and building machines, which they don't even do, and which they don't even like to do. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying women should not become CEOs and presidents. I'm saying those are in no way as important as preserving life and enhancing happiness. Yeah. And when we say we should blame women who fail in families simply because they excel where any man can excel, we are bringing down the value women contribute to humanity. Any woman who fails at keeping a family stable should be as blamed as a man who fails to bring food home and protect his family. I doubly accept this.
Hi, God.
This is very, very true. Doubly. She's sitting and she's fuming. He's fuming. She's like, what is this guy talking about? So what each gender is good as is coded in our DNA. Society doesn't blame men who abandon their families as much as the women because seriously, in this our society, they have a whole name for them that called deadbeat dads. So they don't blame men. We have understood that we have understood the women are the key component to the child survivor. That is not true. And thus the human race. We should both get the blame. Yeah, but unfortunately neither do we blame women who can't pay their children's school fees. Of course, because that's the man's role. The house rent or buy a piece of land and build a house to protect the family because that's the man's role. As much as we blame men, that is the man's role. That is what the man is supposed to do. The woman has, the woman can help or whatever, but that's what the man is supposed to do. It's not a construct of society. It's our DNA. It's biology. No one expects the cock to fly after the hawk. Oh, this is crazy. This means that we have to give absolute praise to women when a family. Yeah, simping a little bit. So we have to raise them more than. Well, we have to praise them more than when they win an election, get appointed, or inherit an empire. The mother who raised four CEOs by herself through hardship. Really, by herself? Where do you see them? Through hardship and sacrifice dies happier than the one who created four companies and whose four children are criminals. Is that not true? That's true now. Uh, anyways, oh, yeah, almost done. So that's why we think that women are good at which absolutely suck and meaningless. And so, by trying to make society only look at women's career achievements, we are promoting society to think the woman who made the real sacrifices are worthless. That's why it's easy today to disrespect the woman who is a housewife and has stayed in marriage in spite of abuse. Don't stay in marriage when you are being abused. At least that's the one thing.
No, she should. She should. Why are you saying she should not stay? She
No,
should stay. Would that not make you happy? She should stay in marriage. Everybody should stay in marriage. Like I don't.
nobody should stay in an
No,
abusive
she
marriage.
should stay. Is she not a nurturer? Is she not good at that? If she cannot keep her home, has she not failed in life? What else does she do? Does she have to hold on to in this life if not marriage? No, she should stay.
No,
She should make sure that she stays in that abusive marriage. She should receive all the pain that she can receive because she decided to marry.
nah, the thing is,
Why you're even ashamed to side with oh God.
nobody should stay in an abusive marriage. That is, in fact,
You are
for
the
me,
one. You are the one who 100. You that was your comment. You shared this post and you were like, I
I agree
100%,
100%.
100%
For the
agree.
most part. Well, to be sincere,
You want to water down a 24-year-old girl's.
you know, for one thing, that is the one thing that I did not know about her, because, like I said, I don't really know those people like that. The one thing that I did not know about her is that she was actually 24, and that she got married at age 17, which I think is predatory to get married at age 17.
Yeah, to a 60-year-old man. The man
Yeah.
was 60 and she was 17.
Yeah, there's that. Well, not even that.
Until
to a
today,
60-year-old man.
do you know the theme of this Women's Day? Do you
Oh,
know
okay.
it?
Yeah.
Let me read it so that I will not miss one word, okay? The theme of this Women's Day does it.
Because my whole thing was,
This is the theme of the Women's Day. Right, justice, action for all women and girls.
right, just
So you think this girl doesn't embody this theme? This is a girl who got married at the age of 17. I want to believe that she was sold off as a commodity. Because to me, I blame her mother for letting a toddler marry a 60-year-old man. Like, excuse me. So, I think she was used as bait. And then she went into the marriage as a seat wife. Abused physically, emotionally, psychologically, every way you think she could be abused. And at that very tender age, she summoned the courage to walk out and stand up to her oppressor. And you think that she doesn't embody this thing. You think she's not worth it. She wasn't supposed to come and talk to any other minor who almost lost their way to one kidnapper. You think she doesn't embody? No, let's be honest.
No, I think
Because
let me
she stood up to her oppressor and said, "You narcissist, I will no longer serve you. I am my own being, and I have a life I can live." You think she's not worthy to stand amongst? Even we have older women who don't even have the bravery to take that kind of decision. But a 24-year-old girl did. After her kids, the man has held her kids. She didn't even live with her kids. The man is using his influence and affluence to oppress her as the oppressor that he is. And she's still standing tall. And you think this girl does? Regina Daniels has every right. It was Women's Day. Women's Day is meant to celebrate every woman. It doesn't matter what that woman has been through. As long as a woman, you are bound to celebrate Women's Day. It's an international Women's Day. The day we celebrate every woman for just being women first. Yeah.
Because being women is so hard, eh?
Yes, you would never know the struggles of a woman. You are not a woman. Only we women know that. Right. And it is worth celebrating to us. And that's why we're celebrating. You cannot come there to... It is not... I can bet with you that these people are not even concerned about a role model whatsoever. It's just the fact that a young, bold, courageous, fierce, successful, beautiful woman is here. That's just it.
Wow.
If Regina Daniels had left this marriage, we have many girls who have made a child or two with a guy and they left because it wasn't good, and they are loitering around the quarter. You hardly see men concerned about that. No, they're concerned about Regina. Why? Because she didn't wallow in her misery. No, she braved up, and she is still Regina. Her brand did not water down because she left the marriage. No, she still. Imagine she got married to a senator, a man of that caliber, a billionaire, but her brand was still Regina Daniels. It had nothing to do with his name. We never ever called her Regina Noko. No, it was always Regina Daniels. And her brand is still standing tall to today. That is,
Well,
for a 24-year-old, that's remarkable. She has every right to talk to even 50-year-old women. Yes, she is a role model. She is.
well, let me say this. Let me say this. A woman should not be made a role model because she left her marriage. That is one thing.
I don't think anybody is.
That is the
That's not the only thing that describes Regina. Who even cares that she left her marriage?
well, I think that is the one big thing that is causing the controversy, right?
There's no controversy here except for some few misogynistic men like this Cedric who thinks that women should endure terrible marriages just to keep a home. What kind of self-centeredness and selfishness is that?
No, I would like to first of all, like
That's the height of insensitivity.
first
For
of all,
someone as educated as Cedric, I'm so shocked that he could write that.
first of all,
So
right,
women should endure torture, domestic violence, whatever, to keep homes together. What about themselves?
first of all, like
I
I was
pity
saying,
any girl watching me. If you go ahead to marry a man like Cedric, you're a pygmy, and I'm serious. You're a pygmy. No girl should be marrying Cedric. No one. Like, yes, honestly, if you see a man like Cedric, you should run. You should run because he will turn you into.
no, first of all, I was saying, like it's just like when our parents were still really choosing uh, the people that we marry.
Yeah.
When you go to ask for a girl's hand in marriage, usually when you go and ask the father was usually to know basically three things. I don't know, two or three things. The first thing was, is he going to be able to provide for my daughter? The second thing is he a violent person? Is he going to
Are you even sure they even ask
is
about
he,
that violence?
is he going to bring bodily harm to my daughter? And usually the third thing was I've forgotten the third thing. That is provide for my daughter, protect my daughter, and not cause her bodily harm. Those were the those were the three main things I think that they would usually look for before they want to give out their daughter in the hand of in marriage. And that is why I'm like one of the things that I did not know about Regina Daniels, because like I said, when I hear these people, I usually think of them in like their late 30s. Let me not lie. because when I hear, I'm like, these are probably people in like their late 30s or in their 30s when they're doing all of this stuff. I actually think it is impressive for somebody to have the kind of brand that the perception of the brand that I have. The Regina Daniels, when you hear the name, it's almost like a household name. I know. And
Yeah, of
to
course.
hear that she's 24 and she's there, that's crazy. And to hear all the life that she has probably lived and she's still 24, that is crazy. To hear that she got married at 17, which nobody should be getting married at 17.
Yeah.
Nobody should be getting married at 17. That's crazy. That you are still a minor, right? It's like you're not even 18 yet. 18 is like 17 massa. And then also nah, that's crazy. Because at 17 you are still really very in your cocoon. You are still living you are still in secondary school. Nobody should be getting married in secondary school like that to nobody. That's not even it doesn't even matter even if the guy is 17 and the girl is 17. Nobody should be getting married. So there's first of all that, and then to go into a home where, especially in this our context where they're marrying you off to a big man, and really big men in our context have very big personalities. Let me put it like that. They have very big personalities, and you really cannot go against them like that. And sometimes, and also given to that, if the big man too is a violent man or is an abusive man, allegedly, because we do not really know the stories. I'm sure that he has probably refused all of that. I'm sure that he has denied that he was not abusive toward her.
Yeah,
But
of course.
if we
Because he
believe
has a
what
lot at stake.
if we believe what she is saying, that he
I
was
believe
an
I will believe a woman every time she opens her mouth.
well, women also lie. But then again, if we believe what she's saying and he was an abusive person, and it would be I would understand that if he was abusive and she was that young, she would not be able to have that courage to probably even come out and do. That's why you're not supposed to be getting married at 17.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody
That's
should be
my
getting
whole
married.
thing.
I don't
And
even believe that people should be even getting married at 22, not to even talk of 17.
yeah, no, and of course, maybe I don't know when she decided to divorce the guy and when the divorce actually happened. To know that she's still 24 and she has had to live all that life and actually stand up by herself to leave the thing.
That's
That's
applaudable.
that's applaudable.
Yeah, that's
Given that
commendable.
given that we believe her story. Of course, now we need to hear the other side of the story
The man has nothing
and
to
all
say.
of that. But that's not even my gripe because that is all of that can be true, right? All of that can be true. But now, attached to her brand, as you say, she's a divorcee, and people are looking up to her as a role model because I think there's a very wrong dialectic thinking that most men are abusive. That's a very wrong dialectic. I don't think most men are abusive to
I
women.
don't think most men are abusive either.
So but that is the propaganda that our feminists like out here.
No.
They like
We're not saying that most men are. We're saying that people who talk like Cedric are abusive. Look, this is what Cedric wrote. He said, as long as we are alive. What does it? What is that? Instead of listening, that's me to say. Oh, you've changed.
this is what I think this is here. And so by trying to make society only look at women, blah blah blah, society to think the woman will make the real sacrifice. What does that? I think the abuse was somewhere. Oh.
If you say,
Mm, yeah, 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 yeah. Uh-oh. Where is that? I think he spoke about abuse.
Okay, wait. Let me read this. I think it's third to the last paragraph. So I'm sorry. This lady is not a role model. Many men are successful actors and have better careers than her. There's nothing special about that achievement. Remember, as a lady, you might suffer all through. Imagine, as a lady, you might suffer all through your early years of motherhood and marriage, but your kids will return you happiness 50 times more than ever sacrifice. What is that?
Anyways, wait.
Your kids
I think
will
there are
return
two-
you happiness 50 times more
No, I
if
think
you
that
sacrifice through those years and then raise them.
there are
This
two-
boy is the most selfish.
No, first of all, when I read this a little bit more,
You
there are
100% agreed with him. You 100% agreed with him. Jesus Christ. I say it again. Any woman who watches Cedric ride like this and goes ahead to marry Cedric is a pygmy. Yes, nobody should be marrying Cedric because that's how we enhance this boomerang of broken women, broken children, broken homes, because you will not tolerate such a man, whether you like it or not. As long as you're a little bit enlightened and educated, there's just how far you go with this man who thinks like this.
Anyways, I can understand your obfuscation to what he has written. But you can see this in two ways. You can see it in two ways because I think there are women who usually come and tell us, "Oh, did you know how I suffered when you were a child? Did you know how I suffered when you were a child?" Maybe that's the suffer that he's talking about.
Yeah.
Not
I know the
necessarily.
suffer he's talking about.
Not necessarily.
No,
Not necessarily.
we are talking about Regina
suffering
here.
through abuse.
We are talking about
through an
Regina here.
abusive
What is
relationship.
Regina's story? The first time Regina came out, it was a video of her being beat. I mean, physical abuse. When she claimed her husband sent talks to beat her up with her brothers, she was crying and she was like, "In Ned Noko's house, I am nothing, but in my house, I am a queen." And she was like, "I will not continue to." She came out several times to say how she was subjugated to Molly and some sort of DRUGs just because for the man's sexual gratification. Those are the allegations she made. She was always being she was always being RAPE by the man when she doesn't want. The man was a literal beast. Those were her testimonies. And she was like, I'm not going back to that place. And then you want to use that to shame a woman. You say, you should suffer and raise the kid. You get them, we get 50. Any woman marrying Cedric is a pygmy. And I stand on that.
Anyways, but my whole thing, in fact, apart from believing her story, we can believe her story all we want and all of that. But my whole thing is,
first of all, let's even say we don't believe her story. Just the fact that a 60-year-old man could marry a 17-year-old, would you doubt any other thing he does? He's accused of.
If they love each other, then what's the problem?
Look, do you know how I am? You don't, but you can guess, right? I don't see myself, even in my dream, even in dating a 23-year-old boy.
No, but
that's just a few years difference.
Let me ask you though.
Then imagine a man seeing a 7. When I see a 17-year-old child, all I see is a baby. At this age I am. Then imagine a 60-year-old man look at a 17-year-old and be like, this can be my wife. Well, and you think there's anything impossible?
Well, let me ask you this. If let me say if a 50-year-old and a 50-year-old man and a 20-year-old girl, they love each other. Wait. They love each other.
They don't love anything.
Wait, nah.
Good.
It's a hypothetical.
Okay.
Right? They're hypothetical. They love each other. Okay. They love each other well. What is wrong for them being together?
Everything wrong. You.
So you come just because of their age?
No, I know that you're trying to make this about legality. But at least
no. I said they love each other. I'm not talking about legality. I'm saying they actually do love each other.
The reason you call 20 and you do not call 17 is because of legality.
Yeah, yes.
17 and 20 is 3 years.
That's why I was saying that I said at the beginning that nobody should be getting married at 17. Right?
That's because of legality. Means if legality had said 16, you would not even say that.
No. Nobody should be getting 17 is people. Masaya still in secondary school.
Yeah. So you see that our perspectives differ because I even said nobody should even be getting married at 22.
That's what
That's even what I said.
That's why I'm asking you about 20.
There is a lot wrong.
I'm asking
you cannot be 50 after living several episodes. Do you know the life people have lived in 50 years?
That's what I'm asking.
And you want to cohabit with a child, a 20-year-old who is yet to start living her life.
So I'm asking
and you feel like that. It's just it is you.
What makes it wrong? What makes it wrong though?
Any man who can, a 50-year-old man is at least her father, right?
So
at least best because her father should be 40, but let's just say a father who had a child 30. So if you see you going, if you've even had kids and you feel the need, you watch your kids growing and you see their struggles and you still see.
No, he does. The man doesn't have kids. She doesn't have kids.
Because that just tells it all. Why doesn't he have kids?
He wants to get married.
So for 50 years he was waiting.
Been working all his life. He didn't really have time to.
And he was waiting for a 20-year-old to marry.
Well, he loves her. And she
I
loves
tell
him
you,
too.
that man is a predator. That man is.
How so?
He's a predator. He's feeding on that girl. Is very naive. There's very little.
But she loves him, and
she doesn't even know what love is. What does a 20-year-old know about love?
She doesn't know what love is.
What does at 20? Our frontal lobes have not even closed. What does a 20-year-old know about love? What does she know about love? You as a 50 man.
No, but
50.
This is a whole assumption because what I'm trying to do is
there is
what is immoral for a 50-year-old,
everything,
a 20-year-old,
everything immoral.
Imagine that they genuinely love themselves.
There's no 20-year-old loving anybody anyway.
So you don't believe it.
What does she know? What does she know? What has she been through? When do we graduate from secondary school here? 17. We get into university at the age of 18.
1920, you have already gotten your first degree.
We have dated our 1 or 2 small boys
so
in class.
A whole graduate. You are telling me a graduate. A whole graduate does not know left from her rights until she will not know whether she loves a man or she does not love a man. What are you telling me? Is that what you are trying to tell me? So we should we should basically be treating all women like children. Is that?
You're in your 20s, right?
I'm not in my 20s.
You're in your 20s. What? You're
But
in-
I'm 33 years old.
Ah.
I am a millennial. I'm not Gen Z. You posting that. You posting that I'm sure
Okay.
I've become too old. I've become too old for my own liking. So
At 33, can you date a 20-year-old?
why not?
Comfortably.
That's why I'm asking. What makes
No,
it
I'm
immoral?
asking.
If she likes me and I like her, then what?
Comfortably, knowing that she's 20, you don't have any drawbacks. Like the day she tells you I'm 20, you will not be like.
No, but the thing is, what I want to know is what
Maybe you
makes it-
see her, she's looking, because these children, they really grow fast. Maybe she's looking
But you have
grown
not.
and
You still haven't
smart.
told me what makes it immoral. Though.
No, I mean there is no objective immorality there.
So
But
it's fine. So it just gives you the ick. It's like it just gives you the ick. It's like It doesn't.
you will want to put it like that, but you know what I'm trying to say.
No, but if you cannot tell me what makes it immoral for a 50-year-old to marry
There
a
is
50-year-old to marry
okay.
a-
Legality
to
is
a
already
20-year-old.
legality is already against me. She's an
Not
adult.
even
She's this-
legally. Like
Then
they
every
love
other
they
thing.
both of them.
Which
each
love?
other.
I'm telling you that there's no 20-year-old that knows what love is. At 20, did you know what love was?
Is this true? Do
Did
you people not know what love is? Because
Did you love at 20?
I tend to differ.
Did you love at 20?
No, I'm a man. At 20, I would even say that men should not be looking for women at 20, even 25, 26 even. They should be out there looking for money.
Yeah, but you had relationships growing up, right?
No. If a guy
did
is not,
anything at the age of 20 seem to you? Does it seem to you now like
I'll
love?
even
Anything you did
I'll
at 20?
tell women that
Mm.
don't be dating guys who are less than 26 years old. They're not going to give you no nothing.
No.
They will
People
not give
should-
you no nothing.
I
They're just playing
encourage
around.
20-year-olds to date their age mates, 22, 23. They, all of them are learning. They're experiencing life for the first time. They're learning, they're growing. It's okay.
No, if you're dating,
Date your age mates. It's okay. To me, too, I'm one of those people who say age is just a figure. But it's not just a figure like that. For example, wait, let me talk.
no, that is contradictory.
Yes, it sounds that way, but now let me explain what I'm trying to say. Age is a figure, so it's not really just a figure, okay? For example, this 20-year-old you're talking about,
Mhm.
dating a 30-year-old, 35-year-old. Jesus Christ. That 35-year-old knows what he wants. Even if he's preying on her, it is what he wants.
You're telling me that at 20 you don't know what you want. At 20 you're basically still a child.
Hey, you don't know nothing. You don't know anything.
Is that right? 20 year old.
I said I don't know.
Because
But
I'm sure if you ask 20 year olds,
if you're 30, but if you're 30, if you're a 30-year-old woman, you see now, and you date even a 60-year-old man, you both are mature. You both know what life is. You that at that time age is just a figure. It doesn't really matter.
Wait. So you said 60 and 30.
Yes, it's okay.
That's a 30-year-old.
No problem. So that's what I'm saying. That age is actually age is.
So
age is-
what is the difference between 60 and 30 and 50 and 20? That's still the same difference. Now.
that is where I said age is a figure until it's not just a figure, because that 20-year-old
very
is a
contradictory.
baby. It's not really contradictory like that.
That's what I'm saying.
That 20-year, that 30-year-old gap between a 50 and a 20 doesn't entail the same as that of a 60 and a 30.
That's what I'm saying. It just gives you the ick. You really don't have any reason why they should not date if they do love themselves.
They don't
Just-
love anything. I said that 20-year-old cannot love. She doesn't. What love? What does she know
You
is
know,
love?
there's somebody who once had a theory.
No, just imagine me now. This thing they say age is a figure. Imagine me now. If I go to date a younger guy, you mean that the guy will be like 23 or 20. Why would I be? Is that at that time age is really not just a figure. That's a baby. But if I turn 35 now, and I'm in a 33-year-old guy, it's okay. It's okay.
When you turn 35, if you are 35,
Yes, now.
if you are 35, if you're a woman
Mhm.
and you are 35
Mhm.
and you are still single,
Mhm.
there's a problem somewhere.
Uh-uh.
There's a problem somewhere.
Oh.
There's a problem somewhere.
What if nobody comes to
It
marry me?
wa-
What
it
should I
wa-
do? Should I marry myself?
Nah, that means that you have been dating till that time that you have reached
So
35.
you've not met people who have dated for 8 years and broke up at the age
No,
of 30
I think.
or 32. You've not seen that.
Why are you dating for 8 years?
Why shouldn't people date for? What is wrong? Why are people making this life like
Why
we
are
came?
you
Like
dating?
it's just like we all came here to marry.
You are dating to do what?
I can date for 10 years. As
Why
long
are
as
you dating?
see, people should be more concerned about relationships.
No, if you
like,
are,
people should be more concerned about the tax, the married
no,
wife. No, you should be more concerned about the relationship
no,
you have with
I'm
someone.
Not, I'm not
that
even
you have.
talking. I'm not even talking
What
about.
do you mean by why are people dating for 8 years? People should date. They should date. It's okay.
No,
As
it's
long
not
as
okay.
this thing is not toxic, as long as
It's not
we
okay.
both love this thing, it's okay. Let's
You
date.
need to be dating to get to somewhere. You
Where?
need to be dating
Where? To where we go to the
It's either you are dating to start a family and have something which is long term.
Shakira and Piqué had 4 kids. They didn't sign any.
Yes, that's a long term relationship.
So
it doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage.
That's.
But it has to be. You need to.
But
be
you say
dating
why are we
for-
dating for 10?
No, you need to be dating for commitment, for long term commitment.
But that's the only reason why
Even if
people
you
will be in a relationship for 8 years. That's the only. Why else will you be in a relationship for 8 years?
Nah.
If it doesn't seem that
So what
grounded.
how are you solidifying it for that? That's why I say when you're in a long term relationship, we don't call that dating anymore.
Even if they don't pay your bride price, it's still marriage.
Yes, it's a sort of marriage. It's like it's
Can we stay
commitment,
marriage?
whatever. But that is not. We will not consider that dating anymore. In fact, if you were in that kind of a long term relationship and people went to somewhere, he will be right to introduce you as my wife, even if you have not done the official.
Okay.
Official
Anyway,
thing.
if you say so,
You
say so.
understand? That is my point. But the thing is, you see somebody has dated for 7 years and are still calling him my girlfriend.
Oh,
That's crazy.
yes,
crazy.
I'm your girlfriend. We're not
dating
married.
for 8 years and you're still girlfriend.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. People should be more concerned about relationship, and that's why you people push women into desperation. They're like, "What are we? I want to stay in your house for 2 months. I want."
But yes, now because you need to have that commitment. Actually, when women are dating, they are what they are actually looking for is that commitment, right?
See, if me,
you are not dating just to
yes,
just to be a booty
but
call.
the commitment is not about me coming to stay in your house. No, if I stay in my house and you stay in your house, we're not committed.
So that means that you don't have a problem for the guy having multiple chicks around.
No, why will I not have a problem? If I'm leaving my house, does it mean that you should begin to have chicks around?
Okay. So you want him to be starving? Kang lang vilu brang. You want him to be meters away. Why is he not going to have some other thing that is going to come and be?
That's his indiscipline.
sponsoring
That's
him?
you can blame it on his indiscipline. You cannot blame it on me. I shouldn't even be in that relationship.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I'm saying is no sane or morally upright 60-year-old looks at a 17-year-old and goes, "This is my wife."
Yeah, well, that's
No 50-year-old, no right standing 50-year-old looks at a 20-year-old and go, "She loves me."
But you
No.
have not told me why that is an issue.
Because looking back right now, when I was 20, I was just foolish. I mean,
Yeah,
if I
I
can
think
look
so.
back now and say I was 20,
Actually,
then
I
imagine
think-
when I'm 30, what will I say? Imagine when I'm 35, what will I say? Imagine when I'm 50.
I actually think that the problem is not even the dating. The problem is how we have been brought up now. And one of the things that actually made me agree with this my guy's post was when he was talking about values which have been imported from the West, because we are importing a lot of.
We keep saying the West
Yes,
doesn't
we-
hold high more, but we still feel to if we were really better than the West, we will be ahead of them.
Not even that we are not to say that we are better
See.
than them. Is that there are many of their values that we are copying, and we are copying them indiscriminately. we are copying them without reserve, and because we are
What are
copying
the
those
values?
things,
What are the values that we are copying from them? The fact
all
that
this,
the
all
fact
this,
that women have started to say we will no longer stay in abusive relationship.
no,
That's a
all this.
value we are
First
copying
of
from
all,
them.
the
We
values that I think we are copying from them, which are
like
crazy,
divorce.
is all this promiscuity,
Men
feminism.
see, African men are more promiscuous than Western men. Go to your village and
I'm
you
not
will
talking about men. I'm talking about women.
even the women self. Go
Yeah,
to the village. Go to the village setting.
men have always wanted to have variety. That has always been a
Even
thing.
go to the village. I can argue that
Is
our grandparents were more promiscuous than the baddies you have today. It's just that this
Yeah, because
internet.
promiscuity for women is crazy. That's fucked up.
See, if you want to believe what I'm saying, go to the village and see how these women, married women, are sleeping around. It is very normal in the village to sleep here and here and here, but you don't see that in town. Here in town, in Yaoundé, I know my friends that we will be single for more than a year without even having to have intercourse or what. But in the village, never ever 1 week. Then you see, if you go back to the village, you never speak of values and call Africans.
No, the difference between what happens in the village and what is happening here is that they know that it is shameful to do that, and so they do it in hiding.
Which hiding
Right?
safe?
Oh, they do
In
it
the
in hiding.
village, still there's
If you
there's
become
no
the
privacy in the village.
if
So
you become the talk
people
of the
gossip
village,
for
yes, if you become the talk of the village, they start looking at you like the village hall,
see
and that is just going to be
which
the truth.
hall now. In see if excuse me, you see this thing that people even say if you nobody wants to marry you, that's why you're not married. That's a big lie. There's nobody in the village that lacks a husband. Nobody. Even if you, no matter how you look, even if you're like this, you have husband. Everywhere. Oh God.
I think those who do it in the village, they do it in hiding, and they're not
Which-
even, and that is why they're gossiping, but gossiping about it. But here in town, those who are doing it, they are putting it online. They're coming and making video, and telling the whole world that is the way that I live my life.
See,
That is why it is crazy. Those are the things that we are copying from those people, and cultures that we are copying from. We should look at how those cultures are becoming now. Those people have very, very crazy cultures now. You will not want the way the relationship between men and women in the West. You don't actually want that type of relationship for us here.
I do.
But if we keep copying what they are doing, that is where we are heading to. It is not for nothing that there are many guys in the West who are leaving the West, that are leaving America, coming to look for wives in the Philippines, or going to look for women in Africa.
is it not African men?
Not African men, Americans, white men. It's a whole movement.
People have their fantasies in their head. You don't
No,
know
it's
why.
It's not fantasies. It's a whole thing. There are a lot of American men, black American and white Americans as well. They are leaving America to go overseas to go and look for women because of the way that feminism has eaten the brains of their women, and because of the attitude that their women have started to have, because of all those values that we are copying, that our women are in this.
Women get respected for how they respect their husbands. So I don't think there's any woman. The issue is when you start bringing the word submission. Submission. You should submit. What does it even mean?
But
Women
yes,
should submit to the other. Submit. And it's the Bible that brought that word to submit to your husband. That very word.
But you need to
Ish.
submit to your husband.
I should submit to my husband.
Well,
This-
Bena, t'inquiète pas. Hello, Mavis Ngom. Hello, she's saying hello. Hi. Ouais, Bena, on va faire comment le français, ça va venir après. Anyways,
Is that on Facebook? Or
Yep.
is it on...
yeah, that is on Facebook. Le français, on va checker, ça va venir après. Peut-être we are going to put subtitles in French, who knows,
Maybe.
when we are able to. Right. Anyway, so yeah.
So when we see women like Regina, who said, I want to respect my husband respects me back, and the man goes, no, you have to submit. And she says, no, I will respect you, because we know what respect is. We know that respect is earned. We know what
What's the difference between submitting and obeying?
Do you know what it means to obey? Like a sheep.
So that's what you see. That's what I'm talking about. The,
Obey.
yes, you have to obey
Most
your
men
husband.
out here don't even have sense. You just mean you have to be obeying.
Why would you want to? Why would you want to get with a man that you don't think has sense? If you don't think a man has sense, why are you getting with that man? I would assume that if you are getting together with a man, you probably think highly of the
Because
man.
because people like
And
you
why would you
have
think highly of somebody and you don't want to obey that person? You know that the person is
no. Most
probably.
times these girls don't even think highly of this man. It's people like you who have
If you
approached them.
don't think
You people
highly
have
of
told
somebody,
them.
then
You
why
people
are
have
you
told
getting
them
with
that if they
somebody?
don't get married, it's because there's something wrong with them. So now they go and settle for the mumu. Say, let me manage this one. And then now you say you should obey. You say, how can I obey this mumu? See, somebody is saying something that doesn't make sense. I'm just supposed to obey. Because
don't-
you people have forced them.
No. I'll be the first person to say, don't go marry somebody that you don't respect. Don't go marry somebody that you don't look up to.
Yes.
Don't go marry
Yes, don't
somebody
marry
that.
somebody you don't respect. Don't say don't marry somebody you don't obey. Obey what? Why am I obeying?
Yes, don't marry somebody whom you are unable to obey, because your inability to obey that
Will
person.
you obey me too?
Your inability
Will
to
you obey me too?
No, there's a hierarchy. This thing has a hierarchy.
Okay, so only the wife supposed to obey you, you not obey her. So you see why we are sticking to respect now. So because it's a two-way thing. You will respect me and internal will respect you back as my husband.
When they talk about obey, the word already implies that there's a hierarchy, and the obedience comes, the orders come, the orders come from the top,
above.
and obedience comes from below, right? Of course, I would understand. I'll let you pitch in.
What? You're
give
not
your
even
own
supposed to let me
ideas.
pitch in. Are you
No,
not
no,
king? Why are you even letting me pitch? You're not supposed to
Well,
let me pitch.
I let you pitch in,
No,
giving your own
why?
ideas. We take
Why
it
you
under
why
advisement.
you said things and then you feel a little ashamed and
No,
you want to
we take it
sugarcoat.
under advisement, and then we make the decisions. You then obey it.
Obey
Un
again.
point entre.
God.
That is the way that it has worked. That is the way. That is why I'm saying that if you are in a relationship with somebody who you cannot even obey, why are you in a relationship with that person? If you are in a relationship with somebody
obey.
you cannot respect, why are you in a relationship with that person?
Yeah. So
You
dear
shouldn't.
ladies, if you're in a relationship when your man says jump, ask how high my lord. Don't just jump.
Hi, my lord is wild now.
Why?
Anyways.
Why?
Yeah, but whatever.
This
You
guy
should
you people were praising a
you should come
few.
and bow down so that
This guy you people
so
were
that they should put hand on top of you like chief. Yeah, yes, my wife.
king.
So,
This
yes,
guy
my
people were
wife.
praising. Why his name is Francis? What was trending on TikTok? That he said, if I am taking care of you, paying all your bills, I will control you. This guy was trending a few weeks on TikTok.
And the other thing too is that
And did you see that video?
you cannot even really control a woman.
Did you see the video?
No, I don't think so.
He was like, if I'm paying all your bills, I'm making sure I solve all your problems, blah, 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 I will control you. I'm not ashamed to say this. This your new TikTok feminism is getting into your head. If people are raving, I was like, he's like, women go to church, they call their pastors or prophets daddy, papa. They come to the house and call their husband's baby. I was like, See, I said, okay. So you come to the house, you call your husband baby, call your husband honey. I said, okay. They are women not to call you honey. They have to call you like lion or tiger. So you really feel much of a man. I don't really see the only way people will have stable, happy families and homes is when people understand that the respect is mutual. It's not about gender. If it was that successful, feminism would not have emerged.
Yeah,
It's evolution now. You and I know what evolution is. Evolution is only tilting to stability. If it's not radical, it will be stable.
But anyways, the whole thing is, because I've said that the whole thing about all these issues is that people should not be getting together with people that they don't respect. And it is because they're getting together with people that they do not respect, that they then enter into the relationship, and then they want to see where they start fighting for power, right? They start fighting for power.
Power toss.
But if you start having power tosses and all of that. But if a woman is getting together with a man that she actually loves, and a man that she actually respects, she will not even think about it as something that is off the cuff to be like, no, let me obey what this man has said, or let me do what this man has said because I trust his judgment, because I trust in him, because I believe in him, right? When he will tell you that, no, I cannot explain this to you, but this is the way that we have to go, because you trust his judgment, because you have basically given your life to him.
exactly. No, that's a different situation. That's
That's what I'm
and
saying.
that
That don't
and
even
in
get
that
together
you
with people you
you
don't
you
respect.
you build that kind of trust, and you don't build that outside of respect.
But you don't build that outside. You build that before you marry, before you start having children with that person. It's not after. It's not after you have married.
I hope you people are hearing.
It's not
Don't
after
go
you
and
have
marry
married
those men who don't have
before you are
sense.
thinking about
Go and marry
respect.
those men who don't have
It
sense.
is before, when you people have met, when you are courting. It's not only
Anyway,
meet up and vam vam. Meet up and vam vam.
one day we'll talk about one day we'll sit here and we'll talk about the weird dates I've had. And then you understand why you see.
I'm interested to see that one. So anyways,
Yeah.
Cedric, I don't actually.
No, you say you 100%
No,
concur with what Cedric
well,
said.
well, let me amend my post.
Okay.
I agree with
Go
you
on.
90%.
You will never agree with me in this life. Never.
I agree with him 90%.
So, if
Now,
you're watching us right now, don't be like me. I'm married Chapnik. You see? That's what he's saying. In plain words. Don't be like me. I'm married Chapnik. You should look for somebody who reasons like me to marry Amy. And someone who reasons like
the funny thing is that men who think like you, the women, you guys don't want to marry them. That's a fucked up
I
thing.
saw you telling one girl that your wife is going to be the luckiest woman because, first of all, you're never going to marry a feminist.
Well, yeah.
That was what he said.
Well, the person that I'm going to marry, of course, she has to actually love me and she has to actually respect me, because I am building myself.
So how does that take away from feminism? How does love you and respect you take away? That is enough.
Well, if she's a feminist, she is going to that feminism is going to get formatted. And I'll not even have to be the one to do the formatting. It's just going to be like, because like I was saying, you cannot control women. You cannot control women. We have certain habits. Habits that we have habits of self-preservation. If you actually want to get what you want, you have to do what you need to do in order to get what you want.
Now you're talking.
So if you're a feminist and you want to get married to somebody like me, or somebody who probably thinks of the world in the way that it is really, in the realities of the world, then that feminism is going. You start seeing how it's just going to be formatting itself before you want to stay on your line, before you want to stand on the line that you have to stand there. Nobody's going to come and tell you, because that is what you want, and that is the person that you want. And the way to get to the person that you want is by doing whatever you need to do, and you will do it. It's a two.
Anyways, let's go. So Regina, if you're watching this, I'm proud of you. Thank you very much for gracing our events, and I hope one day we're going to meet again. Maybe in Cameroon, maybe not. But I'm proud of you.
For Regina, I'm only just excited to see who she's going to get married to next. At least
she must not get married. Everybody will get married. Marriage is not even move to the next.
I'm sure she still wants to get married.
Maybe, and I'll be proud of her. But that's not all about her.
Yeah, but I'm interested in seeing who she'll get married to next.
Someone very great.
If she has learned from, actually, I think she would be more of a model after she has remarried and can be able to show us.
She'll be a model whether she married or not.
This was crazy.
Next post.
This was crazy, and this is the right way to do it. And she's still 24, and she's beautiful, and
extremely beautiful.
There. So
and put together.
I'm sure she has a lot of men in her DM, so that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next thing we are talking about. Let's get it. Let's hear what the very dark black man has to say here.
This is like one of the most misogynistic men existing in the media space. This very dark. I don't know why his name is very dark black man. Whatever his name is. He's one. He's the most. I don't know what this woman has with girls. I don't know if this is the same way he feels about his mother or his sisters, but
All right, let's get what he was saying.
he's
So,
also another man who get married to a pygmy woman.
oh, the title of the video self is "I shall go do BBL."
Imagine somebody is
She come
dead.
by.
Somebody is dead, and she underwent a cosmetic procedure and she died. That is tragic enough. And you come on and say, "I shall go and go do BBL." Imagine
Then she come by.
that's the most you can say.
All right.
She has a family grieving for her, and you see what you're saying. Who told you people do BBL to impress you? You even if they do BBL to impress you, you'll never be very dark man. Who wants to do BBL to impress very dark man?
Move here now. Move here.
So, they say I shall go do BBL. In the process of doing the BBL, say she can't follow the ekpai. It's quite unfortunate that now this kind of thing will lead to the buying of somebody. But it don't happen. Now she know what she could go tell her maker. At the end of the day,
Imagine.
why do you people really do
Imagine.
the BBL?
So
Just
disrespectful.
ask. You don't sit down, ask. All of this now to increase their market value, nothing more.
Sexual market.
All these
value.
BBL, what did they do? Now to increase their market value. Down to all the Nollywood actresses, where when they see they copy from. And to just fit pitch themselves so that they'll be seen. Is this desire? Is this greed? Now greed. It's greed, nothing more. It's greed. If I have a bigger nyash, more men will be looking at me. They get all these things done so that they can be seen by politicians. So that they can be more obvious. Then they will hide it under socialites. Influencers. All of these things now to just cover the main work.
You know that just reminded me of most girls who have cosmetic shops.
See, God.
And to cover the main work.
Nothing more. Greed. Somebody told me, some of them don't really have confidence, and some of them are being talked about. Some men used to talk against them because of their flat bum bum. That's why they went to go and add up. Now lie. Plenty women with flat bum bum that they marry, that they get relationship, good relationship. Now lie. Now greed. They want to be talked about more. Okay, you say you want to boost your own confidence. You want to boost your own confidence. How do you feel when you are working with 4 normal girls that are your friends, and now only your person go stop say hello? You don't think about their own mental health and their own confidence. It's a lie.
So, do you think women getting BBS, is it about them showing? Is it about showing off to men, or is it about mental health?
First of all, this is a very delicate topic. Somebody's dead. The least we can be is empathetic. And I'm a woman. At least you're not a woman. But I can tell you for sure that each time I make my hair, each time I look great and I stand in front of the mirror, I'm happy. I feel so grateful. I feel so proud. I feel so confident. I feel like I can take over the world. It's never about any man out there. So yes, people do have their insecurities, 1 or 2, and they suffer with those insecurities. I'm sure you have some. We don't.
Maybe, I don't know.
Good. But everybody has. And some people, they can actually get to fix theirs. Everybody's just trying to be happy. See, this life, we came here with no manuscript. Do you understand? We don't have any manual to follow. Everybody's just trying to figure out life. We're just maneuvering any way we can. So if people are trying to make themselves happy, and you sit there because somebody got it wrong, and she unfortunately, tragically lost her life, a very painful death. I watched the video, that girl suffered. And you sit there with no shame to spill that, knowing fully well this girl has a family, she has friends, she has people back here mourning her. You just say that because you're loud, because you're a very dark man. No, it's not her. It's not even the procedure. It's people like you. Yeah, it's people like you.
You know, it's kind of contradictory to be like, they're doing it for themselves, and then it
Yeah.
is because of people like them that they're actually having to go and do it now.
Because see how he's talking down on a woman who has lost her life. Imagine what he would say to a girl passing by dealing with her insecurities. Imagine.
Right. You know, women like to do things super covertly. Like men, us, we don't deny that all these things that we are doing. If we are looking to buy a new car or want the nicest sports car, the one that they will see and be like, "Hey, this man is going through midlife crisis." We are all doing that because we want to impress women or want to increase our sexual market value.
That's for you men.
We agree because we know that is the case. But women do the same thing, but they will never agree. You ask them and they will tell you that, oh, it is because they're doing it for themselves. It's a bit like makeup, for example. Why do you only put makeup for the most part when you are going out? Why don't, if it is for yourself?
Why
Why
do you
don't
dress
you
up
do
when you're
it?
going out? Why did you dress up? Why
We
did you
dress up because we want to look good and attractive to the opposite sex, most likely than not. We accept that. That is why we do it.
Gosh, that's
But the thing
that's
is
so
that-
poor of you people. We don't do
But
that.
the thing is
We
that
do
you
our
guys-
makeup because it's clean. It's healthy.
if you are
It's-
doing it just for yourself, why don't you do it in the house and stay in the house? Most often than not, they will do it before going out. So you
Even
should
if-
be able to accept.
Even if there was no man where we're going to, we would do our makeup and go there.
Yeah, there's one thing that I used to. Looking good is
Like
good business.
I always, you don't even know that I appreciate compliments that come from a fellow woman than the one that come from a man.
No, you're a feminist, so
Oh God, this is not about feminism.
no. But then again, like, see, on a serious note, right? It's like, I'm sure you probably say that, right? But
yeah.
from a man that you are attracted to, you are probably going to value that compliment a lot more.
Yes. No, not
Voila.
lying. But
That is why I'm saying that. When
even if it's not a man I'm attracted to, right? Even if it's a close friend, a male friend, that says you look great today. Of course, I'll value it more than a random man. But I don't think
like
that
a
is
random girl.
random man passing by the road and go, "Ah, Blanche, their belly again."
Well, you know the funny thing. That's what I'm saying. That the funny thing is, we as men, we understand that we go through most of these things. We want to go and make money because all of those things are going to contribute in increasing our sexual market value.
Okay.
Girls intrinsically know that their sexual market value is tied to the way that they look, because they know in their hindbrain that the very first thing that a man looks at and sees and is attracted to is your looks, the way you look, the bum, how much bum
See.
that you have, and all of that.
But I can vouch to anything tangible that will probably be secondary or tertiary. First, it's about our own happiness. It's about our confidence. Before
you guys
whatever.
can keep lying to yourselves.
No, I'm not lying to
I just
myself.
believe that. In fact, well, it's not even that lying to yourself. It's like that is the mating strategy of the woman. The mating strategy of the woman is very covert. It's never overt, right? Those things they are going to do it,
Are
but
you a woman?
but they will never accept it.
Yes.
We know what I think that is going to do to get you the best man, because girls don't want to accept that they're in competition with other girls or more or less the same men.
I beg.
But more or less the same
I
men.
beg.
But yeah.
But back to this, what this guy is doing.
Yeah,
This
but-
is the height of insensitivity.
No,
I
but
mean,
actually, because I was just trying to kind of introduce it with the fact that that is the reality of why people look the way that they look, or people make the effort to look in the set.
and
in a certain way.
moreover,
Now with this BBL stuff,
do you know that people, especially you men, you people don't really have a problem with surgery. You just have a problem with the fact that women are happier when they do it. For example, wait,
if they were
no,
if they were happier, they wouldn't be doing it.
I mean that they become happier when they get surgery.
Oh, that is so false.
That's why you
If
people are
they-
angry. No, let me
You know the
make,
funny thing about that.
for example, right? If I had a cyst on my face that's damaging my face, and I had a surgery, cosmetic surgery to take it off, you people will be very happy with that.
It makes you look nicer.
Yeah, You see? You see that one, you people is a surgery, but no, that one is okay. If, for example, these people who have burns, maybe second, third degree burns and all the like, they go get plastic surgery and all to better the scars and what. You people don't have an issue with that. You never hear them come online. But because
No, that's not even the thing that we have a problem. We don't even have a problem with it. The
With
only
BBL.
thing that we are saying is that you should.
are you
should be
seeing
a-
what
no,
this man is saying
I'm
here?
saying that you should be able to accept that you are
Okay,
doing it
so,
for the
okay.
male gaze.
Okay,
As
so
women
so
like
what
to
you're
say
saying
it.
is you and I we both disagree with Very Dark Man.
No, he's saying that they were doing.
They're
you are
doing it for-
BBL for the male gaze, and that is very true. But women are going to always refuse that are not doing it. Even the examples that you give, the fixing the thing on your face, the abscess on your face, is so that you look more attractive. The fixing your burns is so that you look more attractive. Who are you attracting? Are you attracting the same sex? No, you are attracting the opposite sex.
Sometimes it's
So you are
it's a
doing all
hurt
of that.
concern. Sometimes it's a hurt concern.
Heard concern, yeah, but BBL
When
is not heard
when a
concern.
very fat girl goes and gets a gastric bypass.
Liposuction.
No, a gastric bypass.
Yes.
And she slims down. We're like, wow, that's good. I'm proud of you.
Because we are more attracted to slim and we are less attracted to
But
fat.
if I go get a BBL, men will shame me with that BBL my whole life. Even the ones who will be asking me, I will still be shaming me online.
Well, I guess
All of you, you're on here saying,
I guess there are a lot
I'm
of
not
men who do
attracted
not
to
like
BBL.
BBLs.
You don't like BBL.
I don't have any strong feelings about BBL. Moi j'aime le naturel. I like it whether I like it natural. You don't want to slap it one time, the thing may poof. all
Anyway,
those fails that we used
I'm
to
not
see.
even
You see how
here.
the bottle is from up here.
I'm not
and
even
it is down
here
in the thigh.
advocating for
So-
BBLs. I'm not even here telling girls to go get BBLs. No, I don't. It's like the most unsafe surgery, right? I mean, even though now the risk has really dropped. I think the record is 1 in 15,000 deaths, so it's pretty safe. But it's still like the most unsafe cosmetic procedure, the BBL. So I feel like if there is a better way to go about it, don't even get a BBL. But I still think that we are not getting BBLs for men or for male approval.
You know, I think
No.
that most of these people even get
Male
get these
validation.
surgeries, right?
No, we are not.
Once you have started seeing somebody who gets under the knife to alter themselves, so that it is very highly probable that they are going to go under the knife.
Yes, it's true.
Some more
Those
times.
yes, it's true. They're addictive. So when you, as long as, because this girl, I think this was her third surgery.
Yeah, because
And
I
she
think
died.
I think somebody who,
So, but that's a different issue now. It should be the mental health concern. You can advise them to, when you're going for, especially a painful procedure like that's going to traumatize you. You should make sure to set aside a budget or whatsoever for therapy.
I think they are addicted to attention. Well, let's they are addicted to attention.
Okay, it's the
Because-
attention.
Yes, now when they go and do BBL the first time,
They
they come and reach comments. They make small posts. You see how they make and they put their buttocks behind. I mean, track up comments. You are talking about men hating BBLs. Come and see their comments. All these simps, they'll come. Oh,
Sims.
yeah.
Ah!
All these sims will come there and be like, oh, you're the most beautiful one I've seen today. Oh, this and that. That is attention that she was probably not getting before.
Okay.
But now that she has had BBL and she has started having some of those, don't joke. Like there was one we did a video for one girl. And I think instead of she has done BBL and then she went and removed again her ribs and made it so that it's like, what the fuck is this? All of that is just because they're addicted to attention seeking, and that is what is going to kill some of these our women out here. That is what is going to kill these people out here because they are looking for attention. Stop going and looking for all this attention. It does not matter because at the end of the day, just like how our very dark black man here is saying, when you start to do those type of things and they start to look at you at that type of way, you know that you are wearing the uniform of a certain bolo. You are wearing uniform of night walker. You are wearing uniform of women we have for the streets.
See, the fun is maybe some women actually do these things for men, but who is to blame? You people, you see how you people body shame women. You come on the internet and you only one.
I don't even think that I'm body shaming them enough.
Okay, then you judge a woman when you finally traumatize her and she goes under the knife. You come on the internet, you be like, she no get breast, she no get nyash.
Well,
Or is
she should go and do. She
You,
should go and
all
do
the
small
good comments,
sports.
all the fine comments, you people give it to the girls with big bum bum and what, and then you feel like we're human, so sometimes those comments do get to
You
us.
should go and do small sports.
Um,
That is going to be fine.
So supposed to give you big nyash.
Go and do, yes, they should go and do squats.
Begin to be coming down.
Go and do squats. It is going to give you natural nyash. If you are fat, you should go and remove the fat in the gym. So too, you can control the amount of food that you eat. And I'm saying that I'm
Anyway,
fat myself. But
healthy.
whatever.
Nobody is.
It's not the same for women and
Nobody
it's not the same for men.
is against healthy living. I mean, we urge everybody to adopt a very healthy routine, exercise, dieting. That's wonderful. But there is just how far that will go to give you that absolute figure. And sometimes your comments or your
Yeah, and
body
the
shaming
other
to
thing that
push-
I even like to say as well is that most of these things give you a certain image.
like what BBL.
Yes, the BBLs, the
He gives you the kind of image he's trying to paint here. He's the one painting. Now you people the paint the image. He's the
Yes,
one who's
nah.
saying it.
That's
He's
why
the
I
one.
said that.
He has. This is like one of the most influential people in Nigeria right now. He has called her Ashawo because she did BBL. How will every other girl with BBL not be Ashawo now in the eyes of more than 10,
No,
20
he's
million
just saying
Nigerians?
he's just saying the way that men actually look at it. When we are
So
sitting,
you see women
when
with
we are
BBL.
sitting in the bar, when we are sitting in the bar, I will see BBL pass. All man for they don't know say no, that one is a working girl. The fact that they are not going to come and tell you, the fact that they will not come and tell you that this, and the crazy thing is that go to Boya maybe for example, when you see those girls passing already, they already know Naron's girl, that Naron's girl, that Naron's girl.
Because of people like him.
Because I say when you have started putting those type of things, that is the uniform of those people that you are wearing. The one way that we can tell you people apart is from the uniform that you are wearing. And if you are wearing uniform for Rons and Ashawo, of course we are going to look at you as Ashawo. You can be a God girl, or you can be a church girl. But once you start to put BBL and you start to show the thing outside, for the back of our brain,
Is that no?
they already know that nah, this one like that night walker should be for the streets and all of that. So don't blame the guys for thinking like that. That is just the uniform that you have decided to put, and that is what we are going to know.
Is it not people? Is it not BBL Meshan who is doing deliverance there like that?
Oh la la. Yes.
Anyways, VDM, have small kindness in you. I mean,
No.
especially on sensitive matters like this. And I wish that girl, I would pray she rest in
Not,
peace.
at least for one
I
thing.
pray her family be comforted.
It's like for one thing, for sure, you can be like, okay, let's. It's a sorry thing to happen to somebody. It is crazy that somebody else, you have to feel like you have to go under the knife
Yeah.
in order to look your best. It's a sorry thing that you felt like you could not look for help in a different way. It's sorry. It's I don't know whether pathetic is the right word here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's pathetic.
so that's crazy. But that's the crazy world in which we live in. And the other crazy thing too is that most of these BBLs which are being done here are not really done to code. There are many people who are leaving countries, they are leaving Africa and are going to India to go and do
Turkey.
to go and do BBLs in very crazy situations. You don't even know the type of whether the doctors who are even doing it, whether they are accredited to be able to do those BBLs and do them correctly. When there are complications that come up, we hear very funny stories of complications and people just letting them lie in hotels and die in hotels because there's no follow up. The people that even did the BBL are nowhere to be found. So, guy, don't be doing BBLs. And men don't even really like it like that. They like it for the short time, for the short term. They don't like it for the long term. They want to
You're not so sure about that, are
yeah,
you?
they like it for the short term. They
Yeah.
want to be like, it's like a badge of honor to be like, I tap that BBL. Nah, it be they chuck.
Anyways.
But as wife material, no. If I carry you, take and go see my BBL. No, I beg. So it is for the short term. So just know, if you are doing that and probably thinking that you'll be using that to look for long term stuff, unless your business is short term stuff.
Oh,
And then
God.
you're just going to be giving our money reason to be thinking that BBL people na two way they take am for hide their correct work. They take
Okay.
am for add their niveau for correct work.
That's it and done. Her soul rest in perfect peace.
Ah,
Did you? Now let's come back to Women's Day.
oh yeah.
You know-
Women's Day was crazy.
Yeah, it was,
It
but
was
not as
crazy.
No, it was not as crazy as it was joyful. So on Women's Day, right?
Mhm.
Around, because I was out with a lot of family, my cousins, my sister, and all of that. So when we left the club on the around 1 a.m.,
Mhm.
we had to go to the military hospital to visit my cousin who had an accident, very serious accident. He has been there for about a month.
Wow.
So went to see him and say good night before we. Yeah, it was really serious. He was in coma for more than a week, but grace or goodness brought him back. We went there, and on leaving the hospital, this man is being rushed in. The people who actually carried him to the hospital were all covered in blood. We asked what happened, and they said his wife stabbed him several times.
Damn.
I saw the condition. He was rushed into the ICU, but I knew that he was not going to make it. He had lost so much blood, and the wounds were really, really, really severe.
Mhm.
So, same day around 8 a.m., I was watching the news on Equinox, and boom, there she is, posted, arrested for stabbing her husband to death. And that was when I got to realize that the man in question was a military man, and so was she. They are both in the military, and that's why he was.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that's why he was rushed to the
The
military.
military hospital.
And then the man, the woman's excuses, he caught evidence of cheating in his phone, and when she confronted him, he waved it and went and slept, not minding how she was feeling. So she went to the kitchen, she grabbed a knife, and she several times in his sleep.
What the fuck?
It's really is sad. I really wish women did not have to do that, but it's just so sad that we cannot always blame domestic violence on men alone.
It's sad that we cannot blame domestic violence on men.
Yeah, it's really sad.
No, you know, one of the things that in countries in Western countries, where they actually study some of these things about domestic violence and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, domestic violence is usually the highest in the most recorded amount of domestic violence is in lesbian couples.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I've not done that research.
And usually, when in heterosexual homes where there's the most domestic violence, there is usually is them beating each other.
Okay.
So it's the man beating the woman, it's the woman beating.
They are fighting.
Yes, it's them fighting. It's not really.
Then the man is left to pay for it
Yeah.
because he's the stronger one.
Yeah, because when usually in those cases when the police comes, they usually just always assume that it is the man who started it, or is the man who is furtive. So yeah, so that makes it a little bit skewed to think that that domestic violence is usually done by the man, and it actually makes me think about this video here.
Why we say men should put passwords on their phones?
Yes. When this our Remy was talking this, I think people were saying that, oh, why is she talking that? And this is the reason.
And that's
Why
why we
Remy
are
said that
advising
words.
men put passwords on your phones.
Put passwords on your
Why
phone.
we say men should put passwords on their phones is because they are protecting the marriage. Women, no passwords.
Correct. Men, put passwords on your phones.
You know, one day we're
If you
going to
put-
talk about how women are the chief promoters of misogyny. Like, what's that?
If he had put password on his phone, the woman would
You're
not
not
have,
even saying that he shouldn't have cheated. You're saying that he's.
if he had put password, he's a military man. Military men are going to cheat. The military woman would have known that since.
See how we justify cheating. Anyway,
I'm not justifying it. I'm just
nothing
saying what
justifies-
is there. I'm just talking about what is true.
nothing justifies what the woman did.
I'm just
but-
talking about what is true. He would have protected his family if he had put a password on his phone. If he did not even give the woman the choice to want to go and be looking through his phone to find evidence. I told you that this
But
on Women's Day, that it's
Anyways,
like one
I'm not
demon comes
even.
down on women.
I'm not even blaming the man or anything here. My own
So-
question is, do you think that we are getting it wrong? Like, do you think that we go to school to learn every other thing, but what we really do need, like maybe emotional intelligence, conflict management, and things that we actually need. Like in life, we just get faced with some situations, and then before we even realize that there were situations like this, and then we live our whole lives to either regret it or maybe our curriculums should be adjusted, because the way people handle conflicts or resolutions, the choices we make, especially with relationships, I think that the relationships we make, they play a very big, in fact, they are the bedrocks of the entire society or the world we live in. But we get it wrong, and it's just normal. Why are we not taught about relationships and even sex, even family plannings, all these things in school, like the way they teach us how to draw caca? And why are we not taught these things? Because
Well,
I don't really feel like this woman right now, she's proud of herself.
there's a subject that they used to teach in school some time ago. They used to call it home economics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
It is, but I've never learned anything in home economics that is helping me today.
Yeah, because home economics was supposed to do what? It was supposed to teach people how to cook, how to how to run homes, basically.
They were only teaching us how to
Yeah.
cook cake.
So those were the things that home economics and things like that were supposed to teach people. But the more and more we go, and the more and more we really copy things from backside there, the more and more we lose a lot of these values. The more and more we lose a lot of these our things that used to help us. And also, when we start to shy away from this type of advice that they give, which is
This one,
yes,
this is the advice I should be holding on to.
yes, which is
This thing this mayor said.
which is reality, really.
I got.
Well, I think
this mayor is.
people have a lot of problems with reality, right? they have a way that they hope that the world is going to work. They say this is how the world ought to be, this is how things ought to be, but that's not the way. That's not how reality works. That's not how things work. And when I've always noticed that when they talk about things which are real, especially women they have this way
Okay.
in their mind that they know that is how things are supposed to be.
So the issue here is not even about our poor grooming. It is the fact that this man did not put password in his phone. That's what you're saying. It's not even about the fact that we got it wrong. We got it wrong from going to primary school, secondary school, university, going to military school, and we got it wrong. We failed to find ourselves and identify ourselves.
The fact
That's not even how.
the problem that was here, right? The problem that is here is that people do not, people kind of underestimate the value of violence, what violence actually looks like.
That's because they've not been educated about that.
Well, but actually, that is actually a woman thing.
Violence. Violence is one thing.
No,
forbid.
underestimating the value of violence, or
God
underestimating
forbid.
how terrible violence
I
can
cannot.
be.
I cannot even raise my hand on a child. I condemn violence in every totality of its form.
Yeah.
Like,
I think if you moved around, right, and you saw two people fighting, if you saw a woman beating on a man in the streets, I think people have done this social experiment.
it's just barbaric.
They move around.
I'll be disgusted. I'll be like, and then I'll
I
go
think
away.
they've made social experiments like that. That you see a woman who shouting on the man, hitting on the man, and everything, and everybody's moving as if nothing
I
is
see it as
happening.
primitivity.
And you see when they reverse it, when the man is like shouting at the woman, you see people almost instinctively come and hold the man and everything.
Even men.
And you will see in this, even in our culture here, you will see a woman will get angry and they will be the ones to start throwing things and throwing punches. And that is because they don't understand that man's one backhand can send her to the grave. It's because they don't understand it. But you are not going to see that between two men, because the men actually understand what violence can bring you. When men start here and they want to start fighting, they know that inside this fight like that, I could lose my life. And that is a reality to them. But it's for somehow it doesn't register for the woman like that. But that's just how the woman is made anyways. And that is why it is on the man to protect the woman from herself like that. So I just
protect
think
the
that
woman from herself. No.
yes,
Women
from
should take
those-
responsibility. Like what this woman did is nobody should
Yeah,
protect
that's
you.
crazy.
People should be educated. I don't know. Conflict resolution should be a subject in school. People should. How you stab your own? All the love you people have been. Yeah, mama.
Yeah,
Now
that's
the
crazy.
children are left with no father. The mom is in prison. They're going to grow, and that's how we begin to raise these broken homes, broken children, traumatized kids every day that we see.
Yeah, nah. I just think that this Women's Day is that
It was.
we
It's,
have to stop. We have to stop celebrating.
It is not
Women's
about
Day.
Women's Day. It
I'm
is just
telling
a
you.
coincidence that this happened on Women's Day. This man did not cheat on Women's Day. Stop it.
No, the thing is, she has always known that the man is cheating, but she had that power, that audacity to come and check on Women's Day. Because, like I said, it's as if on Women's Day there's one esprit, there's one spirit, one demon that just
takes
comes,
over.
that just comes over our women. You move around early in the morning. I was going to work early in the morning. You see them, they're only dancing up and down. You're like, what the hell is happening here? On a normal day, you're not going to see women behave like that. You will not see women behave like that. Before March Past even wanted to start, they were already drinking and getting drunk. I was like, what the hell is this? It's like all the bars were full. We could not even go. You could not go to anywhere. Everywhere. The night had not even started yet. There were already people making. I was like, what the? What is this? Is crazy. It's like that. They take that thing, that Women's Day, that day, to do whatever. It's almost like they are consequence free in their minds on that day. It's like today is our day to do whatever we want.
Our day to stop our disempanness.
Yes. That is why I think that is the thing that gave her the courage to be like, maybe she came back and she had been with her friends and she has probably even met her friend that the husband was passing on top. And she decided to come that day. And she was like, nah, after she has drank her mimbo, she come and she's like, come and start to explain to me. Come and start to explain to me things that do not have explanation. And then man is like, Massa, this woman, come off with it. And then she's like, this, je te parle, tu me tournes le dos.
Oh, God.
I was like, tu te parles, tu me tournes le dos, tu vas voir. And that is where we get to. I'm telling you,
If you're watching this,
is this Women's Day thing?
I hope you know we condemn violence in every. If you're in a toxic relationship, if you're in a relationship that is taking away your sanity, leave before it transforms you into a monster, into that beast that will do. Because I'm not sure on a regular Tuesday this woman would ever think of such a thing.
Yeah.
Walk
Well, they
away
used
from
to
that
say,
kind of relationship. Go away. Don't mind people like Cedric and this guy. No, go away.
what the,
Go and start
why am I
elsewhere. There's life outside marriage. I mean, this is not me saying that I don't endorse marriage. No, I do. But without marriage, there is nothing wrong with you. You're still bold, you're still human, you're still everything that you can ever be, even in marriage. Don't stay there and let that man turn you into one monster.
yeah,
I
women will get
hope justice takes its course. I hope that woman gets deserved every punishment she deserves. I don't care. The man can rest in peace if he wants to, but the deed has been done. I feel for the innocent kids. I feel for the children who will have to suffer this and go through this trauma for the rest of their lives, because this is not something you grow out of. And with that being said, do you know what time it is?
that's past 9.
Yeah, and there's a Barca match going on right now. We, the Barca fans,
And Barca fan.
I think after the fact that I'm a feminist, the next thing is I'm a Barca fan. You see now, before I'm even Gum Cynthia. So it was.
Well, that was good. That was good. Anyways, people should marry people that you love and respect.
Yeah.
And you will not have most of
Marry
those
women
problems.
who have sense. Marry women like me that will walk away from that marriage.
We say pick me now.
No, that's some advancing men. They should not marry pygmies, because that's what only a pygmy will be turned to that
I
kind
not
of
say that
beast.
they should pick you.
No, I'm saying that you should marry women who have sense. I've not said that
Like
should
you now.
Women like me, I've not said you should marry me.
I pick you.
You want to get on my nerves this night? Let me go and watch Barca match. Okay, it was nice seeing you.
All right, people.
That formality is what I'm not do.
Uh,
Bye bye. Una bye.
She has decided that